best saltwater reel of 2022 as per the ICAST voters, the PENN Authority. We had an opportunity to sit down with Ben Joyce in Costa Rica to talk about this exciting reel.
So we're here in Osa Peninsula, Costa Rica. Have a lot of people down here. We're super excited. We have two awesome new launches for PENN coming out in the fall of 2022. The first one that we're going to talk about is the new PENN Authority. So this is an entirely new spinning reel that we have. This is going to be sitting above Slammer. So we've been talking this week, we actually consider this a Slammer on steroids, if you can imagine that. So the first thing that you can see right here on the rotor, IPX8, what that means is this reel is actually going to be submersible down to a meter for 30 minutes. You're not going to have any water in the body of the reel, in the spool, the drag system, even in the handle knob. So even if you're not going to put them underwater, having that extra level of durability and not having that water get in there is going to give you a lot longer lasting performance. Stepping up from there, inside this gearbox right here, we have CNC'd stainless steel gear train. So that's both the main gear and the pinion gear. We do that on our Slammer DX as well, but where this one actually differs is we now have it supported in a little bit different of a way. So we actually support the tail end of the pinion. And again, driving back to that durability, it's going to give you a lot longer performing gear train in here. We still have our Slammer drag system, which is the DuraDrag. So you can see right here on the top, this particular model gets 40 pounds of max drag. On the biggest size, which goes up to a 10,500, we are getting over 60 pounds on those. Speaking of different sizes, we have an entire range. We start from a 2,500 size all the way to a 10,500. So anything for that lightweight inshore all the way to the big offshore, which is what we're doing down here, catching a lot of big tuna. You're gonna have a model that's gonna be right there for you. Also have 4 high-speed models. They're gonna be available on a 2,500, 45, 65, and 8,500 there as well. So full lineup, top of the line performance. As I had mentioned before, these are going to be available in fall of 2022. Moving on to our second launch that we have here is the all new PENN Fathom II lever drag. First question that I get a lot is, PENN Fathoms are great reels already, why would you do anything to change them? And the answer is we're always looking to improve. Even if it's a minor thing, we want to continually make our products better. So the first thing that you're going to notice, obviously they're a different color. So they're all silver. We do have a new frame on this. So as you can see, there's no screws on this side plate. So this palm side and the frame is actually all one piece now, where the first generation was a 3-piece. You had 2 cranks, or a crank side, a palm side, and then a frame. So what this allows us to do is you get a little bit more comfort in the hand when you're palming this. You don't have any of those little parts protruding out, so you get a very comfortable reel to fish with all day. It also allows it to get a little bit more compact. So again, leading back to the way that it feels in the hand. When we move over to this crank side, you'll notice there's a couple differences that we have. The first thing's going to be around this handle knob. This is the same handle knob that we actually use on the internationals. You can see that we have an extension right here, so your hands are never going to actually hit that blank. And then on some of our single speed models and our high speeds, we actually have a football knob that goes on here, and they are all interchangeable between them. So I know everybody likes to have different handle knobs. Moving down here, you can see we updated the quick shift mechanism. Again, this is the same mechanism that's used on the internationals. It's much more service friendly. And again, push it right in, and then you can just pop it right back out to go into the high speed. When we move to the drag system, that's where it gets a little interesting. So one thing that we've heard over the years is sometimes drags walk on different reels, whether it's the vibrations just from bouncing around in the boat, the vibrations from the diesel engines. These preset knobs have a little bit of a tendency to walk, and it's pretty much a known thing across a lot of lever drag reels. So what we did is this is our new pull to turn. So you can see I can't turn it right there, but I actually pull this knob out and adjust it. So once it's locked in, it truly is a set it and forget it. The model ranges on these, they're all the way from a 10XN up to a new 80 size that we have. And then we have 2 high-speed models, which is going to be in the 40N and the 60N, and they're really optimized to be 20 and 30 pound billfish reels. So the drag curves on those are optimized for that. Going back to a lot of the stuff that's on the inside, most of it is the same, whether it's the gearing system, it's the same as the current generation. The drag system in here, it is DuraDrag, so that has not changed either. And you still have all of that wrapped up into a full metal body, which is full aluminum frame and side plate here. So these are going to be right in that $200 to $300 range. So it's a great purchase. You can get a bunch of them for the boat and not break the bank. And these are going to be available in fall of 2022. So 2 launches that we have within PENN, some really big launches that we have, and they're going to do really well for everybody who gets them.